Hi, in this part of robot control, we will discuss control of a robot by considering the non-linearity. In the previous methods, we used linear system for control purpose, but here we will consider the non-linearity in the manipulator. A non-linear or time-varying robot is controlled by a controller having a function of linearization. This linearization function linearizes the control law by a linear approximation of the nonlinear equation at an operating point. This linearization is well suited when nonlinearities are not severe and the linearized control law is expected to produce the desired result. The linearizing function of the control cancels the nonlinearity so that the overall closed loop system is linear. Partitioned control law is a very good example having linearization function. In the partitioned control law, the model-based portion works as a linearization function. It contains model of the nonlinearity and then linearize the feedback. So with help of model-based portion of the partitioned control law, we linearize the feedback signals. When dealing with nonlinear or time-varying system, the servo portion of the partitioned control law remains the same as it was in the linear control system. Let's take an example. The open loop equation of this example is mx double dot plus bx dot plus qx cube is equal to f. So if we apply the partitioned control law, then model based portion will hold this equation. F is equal to alpha f dash plus beta, where alpha will be equal to mass and beta will be equal to this non-linearity. And this will help to linearize the feedback signal. Servo portion of the partitioned control law for following a trajectory, a desired trajectory xd will be of this form. F dash is equal to xd double dot, where xd represents the desired trajectory plus kve dot plus kpe. So finally, we will get this form of system. Let's take another example. So for this particular open loop system, the model based portion will have alpha is equal to m, beta will be equal to dc signum x dot plus kx, and servo portion will have this form of equation. Let's take another example, and here the open loop system is having this equation. So the model based portion will take alpha is equal to ml square, beta is equal to b theta dot plus c signum theta dot plus mlg cos theta, and servo portion will be f dash is equal to theta d double dot plus kv dot plus kpe. If we take an example of general manipulator, then the control problem for that general manipulator will be as follows. Let's suppose that manipulator dynamics is written like this, where m theta is the n by n inertia matrix, b theta theta dot is a vector of centrifugal and Coriolis component, g theta is an n by 1 vector of gravity, and f theta theta dot is friction component. In the partitioned control scheme, the model based portion will be written like this: tau is equal to alpha tau dash plus beta, where alpha will be equal to mass matrix or inertia matrix, and the beta will be equal to the remaining component of dynamics equation. Servo law can be written as tau dash is equal to theta d double dot plus kve dot plus kpe, where e represents the error between desired trajectory and actual trajectory. Let's have a look on some common observations. So the general method that we used in the foregoing simple examples, like the general method that we used in the foregoing simple examples is the same method that we used for the problem of manipulator control. So the procedure of partitioned control law is same for simple as well as manipulator problems. So first we compute a non-linear model-based control law that cancels the non-linearities of the system to be controlled. Then we reduce the system to a linear system that controls the simple linear servo law developed for the unit mass. In some sense, we can say that the linearizing control law uses a inverse model, which cancels the non-linearities in the system. And together with the servo law, it results in a linear closed loop system. Obviously, to do this cancellation, we must know the parameters and the structure of the nonlinear system. This is often a problem in practical application of this method. So the first practical issue is the time requirement. It may require a large time to compute the model. It may also suffer from the inaccuracy in the manipulator model. Thank you so much for your kind attention.